When the missiles cross through the city of Gaza, the shock waves, they do reach the city of New Delhi as well. Yes, guys, you're watching Study IQ IC English. My name is Pravin Mishra, and here is the next episode in our series that is known as Study IQ Global. So here we are going to discuss about the conflict between the two states, Palestine and Israel. The conflict that the world has failed to resolve since last couple of decades. But the question here is, which side are we, that is India? Are we favoring Israel or are we supporting Palestine? So as you can see, the question, the big question, can India keep walking the tightrope between Israel's security and Palestine's sovereignty? The point that we must mark. We don't have any animosity or enmity with the state of Palestine. But remember, we do have a very strong strategic alliance with the state of Israel. From missiles to tanks, from agriculture to further trade is being done at a very high note with the state of Israel. Now, this brings the state of confusion within the Indian masses as well as a big rift within the Indian political setup as well. That where is the government of India actually standing? Okay, so here let's understand the dilemmas, the problems that the state of India is facing when it comes to the conflict between the two, Israel and Palestine. So as you can see, the escalations between Israel and Hamas has reignited debates over India's Middle East positioning. The biggest question is that we condemned the terrorism we condemned the terrorist attack that happened on October 7, 2023 from the terrorist organization known as Hamas on the state of Israel. Now, Hamas attack, but we also called for restraints and humanitarian aid for Palestinians. So we played technically on both sides. On one side, we actually gave a huge level of criticism to Hamas, to Palestine. We supported Israel. Even our beloved Prime Minister tweeted that India stand with Israel. But on the very opposite side, we also provided all the humanitarian aid needed to the war-ridden zone of Gaza and the whole of Palestine. So this is what is known as the balancing act, that is de-hyphenation policy. And now it is being tested for our country, for our government. The facts. Who is Hamas? And what it matters to India and why it matters to India. So technically, if you can see here, an Islamist militant group which is governing Gaza since the year 2007, which has got some political as well as the defense backing from the countries like Iran, Turkey, as well as Qatar. But the very same group which is being supported by three major powers of Middle East, including Turkey, Iran, and Qatar, has been declared as a terrorist organization by the superpowers of the globe, including the United States of America, the whole of European Union, as well as Israel. But remember, we, that is India, we haven't officially declared Hamas as a terrorist group so far. The fact that you need to mark. So as you can see, Palestine, or basically Hamas, which is ruling the city of Gaza since last more than 1.5 decades. It has got the backing from three superpowers of Middle East, not the globe, but yes, through three big powers of Middle East, okay, that is having crude oil or ample amount of crude oil with themselves, Iran, Qatar, and here comes in the sick man of Europe, that is Turkey. But now, the next thing. The very same organization has been declared as terrorist by the superpowers of the globe. So where you have European Union, obviously France, Spain, though Britain not part of it, but yes, was once upon a time a part of it. And at that time also, it declared Hamas as a terror group. And also the state of Israel that has officially declared Hamas as a terror group 1.5 decade back itself. Okay, so now the de-hyphenation policy, as you can see, this statement is being tested for India. That how do we balance our relationships between two conflict-ridden states, right? Just the very same way, think of Russia when it comes to the conflict between India and China. How Russia is going ahead with the de-hyphenation policy when Russia has officially maintained close ties with our hostile state, that is China, and Russia has maintained almost the very same amount of good coordinated relationship with us, right? That is India. So think of Russia between the conflict of India and China, and now think of India, that is ourselves, between the conflict of Palestine and Israel. So for India, Hamas is a problem, not directly, but indirectly. And there are two big reasons to it. The first reason, the radicalization risks in India's neighborhood, as Pakistan, Bangladesh, as well as the state of Myanmar has shown deep condolences as well as support to Palestine. And secondly, the impact on relations with Israel, which is a big strategic partner, and the Arab world, on whom we do heavily rely for the energy, and the India's diaspora base is also too high there into the whole of Middle East, including Saudi as well as UAE. So firstly, our diaspora, through which we receive almost on an average 1.25 billion of remittances every single year. Okay, almost. This is the average data. I'm so sorry. It's not 1.25 billion. It's 125 billion. It's a huge figure, right? We do receive in remittances. And this 125 is more than 50 to 60% out of these 125 billion. 50 to 60% of the amount is coming specifically from Middle East. So obviously the Middle Eastern countries, including Qatar, Oman, UAE, and other Saudi countries, are very important to us. Okay, no doubt in that. So with whom we cannot have this particular angle that we are going to have any kind of conflict with them. We cannot afford to have any kind of conflict with them. It will impact our economy. And on the contrary, on the opposite side, we cannot even afford to have any kind of contradictions or conflagrations with the state of Israel, as it is our, once again, good strategic partner. From missiles to guns, to artillery guns, to other innovative agricultural techniques, we have been following and adopting it from the state of Israel. Right? So now this brings a big level of dogma, a big level of what we say confusion to the state of India. Now, the next big thing, how we have carried on our relationship between the two since the eras. So it was the time period of Nehruvian era. So as you can see, strong support to Palestine and going ahead with anti-colonial solidarity. Okay, to Israel, we kept a one-hand distance during the Prime Minister Nehru's era, and even this thing was carried forward by Lal Bahadur Shastri ji as well as Indira Gandhi. 1992 onwards, as you can see, we recognized Israel and begin the full diplomatic ties. But you can see the policy towards continued supporting Palestinian statehood as well. And now comes in PM Modi's era, that is 2020s. So de-hyphenization policy, relations with Israel stand independent of Palestinian stance. Just the same way, our relationship with Russia stand different from its relationship with China. So what you can see here, just the best example. 2017, PM Modi went to Israel. The very next year, 2018, the same PM Modi went to Palestine. So de-hyphenization at its best. And now the big question. India's current geopolitical interests, they are under huge level of question mark. Shall we look forward for the remittances that we receive from the Middle East because of the huge level of Indian diaspora there? Or shall we go ahead and just look forward with the relationship with Israel? But this will be very, very dangerous, as Israel is anti-Russia because Israel is pro-America. And if we go ahead directly pro-Israel, so this will be a big trouble to us when it comes to maintain the relationships with Russia. See the problem. We at the mid. At one side, we know that our best friend is Russia, and we cannot afford to lose Russia. Russia, who is anti-America. America, who is being directly supported by Israel. Israel, which is anti-Russia again. And India, which is favoring Israel. But on the contrary, we also cannot afford to absolutely abstain or going ahead absolutely against Palestine because it is having a cultural connect with India's one of the community. And a huge chunk of India's population is having deep solidarity with the Palestinian people. So if we directly abstain or if we directly go against Palestine, this might create some internal rift between the communities in the country as well as a huge political turmoil or the turbulences as well. So we are in a huge level of what you can say confusion as well as some huge level of analogy that what should be followed, what not should be followed. What should be the best proper solution? So into the comment section, guys, please do let us know what is the best solution in your opinion for us. Whether should we go ahead directly with full-fledged support to Israel or Palestine, and why? So as you can see the features, West Asia, that is India's strategic triangle. Israel, which is our defense, agriculture, and other innovation partner. The Gulf countries, energy, remittances, and huge Indian diaspora. And Palestine, diplomatic credibility in the Arab world as well as the global south, will be questioned if we go against Palestine. And the biggest challenge for us, maintaining neutrality without losing the strategic partners. And now the question, is Hamas really a threat to India? Well, directly, no, as it doesn't target us militarily, directly at least. But indirectly, yes, it's a big trouble to us. Why? The reasons are listed. Firstly, it destabilizes West Asia, that is, threatens the oil supplies and the remittances flow. Secondly, polarizes India's politics. Technically, domestic reactions can create internal rifts. And as you can see, it tests India's foreign policy as well, balancing Israel's friendship with Palestine's moral support. And finally, our stand in groups like Quad, IMEC, as well as I2U2, they are being questioned on the very same side. Okay, so these are the reasons because of which neither India is directly favoring Israel, nor we are directly favoring or going against Palestine as well. Okay, everyone, so I hope this is all clear. Now, the next thing, the strategic calculations. Well, India's voting at the UN, we have played very diplomatically. As you can see, recently we abstained on anti-Israel resolutions, but we supported humanitarian aid to Gaza. This is the best example of what you can say, the diplomacy, the modern era, the 21st century diplomacy. We abstained from voting against Israel, but yes, we supported humanitarian aid to Gaza. And now the geopolitical reality, the best part of it. India can't afford to alienate either side. First thing. And second, must maintain the image as a responsible global South leader and strategically ally of the West. So this is what the whole scenario is. So I hope you have understood the each and every angle. Why can't we go against Israel and why can't we absolutely support Palestine as well? So thank you so much, guys, for watching. And remember, if you are an aspirant targeting for the exam year of 2026, our batches, fast track batches, they are going to commence from 17th of October itself. So guys, please enroll on or before 17th of October, whether you are going ahead with the English medium, Hindi medium, or the bilingual. We have got every single platform available for you with 1000 plus hours of live lectures, access to recorded lectures along with teachers' personal class notes shared with you at the end of the session in PDF format. 18 sets of printed books will be sent to you at your doorstep, and the very same subscription will provide you your prelims test series, mains test series, as well as interview guidance program. 75 plus tests for prelims, 15 plus tests for mains, and multiple mock interviews for your personality test as well. And guys, remember, the most important thing, the very same subscription will provide you the 1:1 mentorship program along with the mains residential program. So guys, quickly enroll yourself on or before 17th of October. And if you want to avail the maximum possible discount, so what you need with yourself is this promo code that is known as PRV Live. Okay, so the starting prices for the subscription is just rupees 7,999. So guys, remember, it will be the fast track batch specifically targeting the examination year of 2026. But before you leave, guys, please do hit the subscribe button of your channel. That is StudyIQ as English, and never miss an update. And here is the QR code of my Telegram channel, so you can connect with me for all the class links, PDFs, quizzes, and discussion. Okay, which is also named as Praveen_StudyIQ. And also you can join me on my Instagram, that is with the username Praveen Mishra_2107. Okay, everyone. So thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Take care. Keep studying well. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.